Natazab Yahweh Ban Yashala.
Natazab Yahweh Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Shoshabakadam.
Yahweh Shoshabakadam.
Laya Shala.
Everybody a Muslim. We'll put your Hapadum, which means the face of Esau. All right, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malach Waka, Ama'ah, Matazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Maratasa, Kawah, Hayah, Mashamayim, Kadalanaw, Yakam, Kal, Yuwam, Masalak now, Kawah now, Kasalak now, Kawaki now, Wala'ah, Kabayai now, Wanasaya one, Abo, Awashaya now, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wala'al, Wakakara, I will love you. Amen. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. We're going to do the Hakat, which is the power. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Baruch Kasha. Thunder now. Hakat. Marupa'ah. Kal Makala. Ukol Manawa. Hakat. Matahor. Hamatazorium. Hakat. Lahakrim. Hamathu. Hakat. Arakawa. Katama'ala. Lagoriation. Hashim Yahushua. What in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. All right, we're going to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushua. Baruch Lanaw. Wa'yasharah. Wa'havayah. Supporting. Barak. Rapah. Madan. Hagan. Ba'ashim Yahushua. What we just said in Hebrew, in English. Lord, in the name of Jesus. Bless us. And Israel. The school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. In the name of Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Ahoria,
Ahoria,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Izoria,
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 Ma'ayin,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Ratazah,
Ratazah,
Ayatan,
Ayatan,
Namawak,
Namawak,
Rukoka,
Rukoka,
Al-Yanawum,
Al-Yanawum,
Shemarka,
Shemarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawum,
Yanawum,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashun,
Yayashun,
Shawamor,
Shawamor,
Yasharala,
Yasharala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shemarka,
Shemarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazal,
Tazal,
Al-Yah,
Al-Yah,
Yamika,
Yamika,
Yawamum,
Yawamum,
Hashemat,
Hashemat,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakak,
Yakak,
Ayrak,
Ayrak,
Ayala,
Ayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamon,
Yashamon,
Makalra,
Makalra,
Yashamon,
Yashamon,
Apnupaska,
Apnupaska,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamon,
Yashamon,
Kazaaka,
Kazaaka,
Babu Akka,
Babu Akka,
Ma'ai,
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 Awulam.
Awulam.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth,
And even forevermore.
even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damadalaka,
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Takarat,
Al-Tasaqwa.
Al-Asqat,
Oh.
Al,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Hana.
Ana,
Awayabyuka.
Al-Yamyamika,
Yahama Yawan.
Al-Yaman,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Amika,
Ya'awaryamwa.
Al-Ruwa,
Sawata.
Sawada,
Wayata.
Wayata,
Ya'aitazawa.
Al-Akazawa,
Al-Tazapa. Wanyaka.
Al-Tazapa, Wanyaka,
Amaru.
Amaru,
Lakawa.
Kawa,
Wanakakilum.
Wanakakilum,
Magaya.
Magaya,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yasakor.
Yasakor,
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yasharala,
Awada.
Awada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Nawa'aitazawa.
Al-Akazawa,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakabwa.
Yakadwa,
Ayaka.
Ayaka,
Barya.
Arya,
Yakarwafwa.
Yakawa,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Alawam.
Alawam,
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai,
Aliyam.
Aliyam,
Mawa'awa.
Mawa'awa,
Wahagorium.
Glory,
Gabor.
Gabor,
Wa'aimawan.
Aimawan,
Amalak.
Malak,
Alashah.
Alashah,
Amyashabya.
Amyashabya,
Tasawur.
Tasawur,
Ashuwur.
Ashur,
Nalawa.
Malawa,
Ainum.
Imam,
Ayawa.
Ayawa,
Zawai.
Sarwa,
Labanya Lawat.
Labanyawa,
Salah.
Salah,
Aisha Laham.
Ashalaham,
Kamadyan.
Kamad,
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Kasaya, Sarah,
Kayabyan.
Kayabi,
On the call.
Anakal,
Koyaswan.
Yashma,
Nashamatwa.
Nashmat,
Bayan.
Bayan,
Dara.
Dara,
Hayawa.
Ayawa,
Duman.
Laman,
Laduma.
Lama,
Shayatamwa.
Shaitan,
Lada.
Lada,
Yamuwa.
Yamama,
Kaira.
Kara,
Wakazababa.
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak.
Wakazaba,
Wakazazol.
Wakazaba,
Mana'ai.
Mana'ai,
Kal Nasayakamwa.
Kara,
Ashor.
Ashor,
Amorwa.
Mor,
Nayarasha.
Nagrisha,
Nanawa.
Nagawa,
Ah. Nawa.
Nawa,
Alahayim.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa.
Shaitan,
Gagala.
Gala,
Kwash.
Kwa,
Lapanya Raka.
Kara,
Ka'ash.
Ka'at,
Baba Ira.
Ira,
Ira.
Ira,
Wakalahaba.
Alahaba,
Alahat.
Alahat,
Haryam.
Aryan,
Kan.
Kan,
Baradetma.
Baradetma,
As Irika.
Ira,
Baba Sa.
Babasa,
Baba Taka.
Babatuka,
Baba Halam.
Babaha,
Mala'ah.
Mala'a,
Panyaham.
Panyaha,
Malawan.
Malawa,
Wayabakwashwa.
Barakwa,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yabashwa.
Babash,
Waya.
Aya,
Baliwa.
Ayla,
Ayi.
Ai,
Wayakaporu.
Ayakapar,
Wayabadwa.
Ayabab,
Wayadaiwa.
Ayai,
Kayata.
Ayata,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
The Bakr.
Bab,
Ayawan.
Ayawan,
Ah.
Al,
Hell.
Kal,
Ha.
Ha,
Aratas.
Arata,
In the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O God.
O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo.
For lo,
Thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come,
Come. And let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
But that the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
The Moab.
The Moab.
And the Hagarene.
The Hagarene.
The Baal.
The Baal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The
The Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher is also joined with them.
Asher also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sarah.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeed.
And like Zeed. Yea.
Their princes as the Bach.
And the princes as the Bach.
And as the Muna.
And as the Muna.
Who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves.
let us take to ourselves
The houses of Yahweh.
the houses of Yahweh
In possession.
in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh, my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
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 That
That they
may seek thy name.
may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Art the most high.
art the most high
Over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So, right? Yashavya, which means to be seated. Right. Here we got Leviticus 23rd chapter. We got the where's the old Elisha Wambadash sword? Sword? Yeah, the Bible. Yeah. Grab that off the shop. Let's see. Come on out of here. I can scoot down a little bit. Here we go. All right. And Shalom, Yabashim Ashad Rakatham. Yabashim Bashim Ashad, all the sisters. All right. It's good to see y'all in here tonight. Feast of Tabernacles. Everybody looking fly. Looking good, man. It's good to see y'all, man. Give yourselves a hand. Get over there, man. Go right over there. Be careful. Where's the Shamar department at, man? Y'all need to hold it down. Somebody put hands, fall on them, man. Forgot a while. No, it's a lot. But yeah, let's get into it, man. We're gonna go to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. We're just gonna start at verse 1. As we all know, we're here for the feast of the blowing of trumpets. Does anybody know exactly what the feast of the blowing of trumpets is? Somebody want to give a quick breakdown of it? All right. Nobody, go ahead.
Okay. I believe it's whenever we was, so to speak, at trouble or making some type of announcement, they would blow this trumpet to let them know if it was in danger
Right,
or that our enemies was coming or something like that.
Right,
So it was
right.
kind of like a blowing of awareness.
right, right. Can somebody bring a Zondervan Bible Dictionary as well? Bible Shop? That's what it was. The trumpet, like we were blowing the shofar before class starts. That was a way to alert people when there might be danger. You might have a certain sound that you do to blow the trumpet, and that'll let people know, okay, we need to go to this side of the city. But there's some people at the gate. We need to come together and meet over here. We call in different tribes in. This way you blowing the trumpet might bring in people from the tribe of Judah. This one might bring in people from the tribe of Issachar. But it was a time period where we were living in such close quarters that you could blow the trumpet and alert everybody to come to a certain place. So we had this memorial to remember those times when we were close together like that as well. Because, matter of fact, if somebody get the food, then knock the compact. All right. But this is a glorious day. You know, when you think about recently, what they just had? They had a memorial for what? This week. Oh, Preston. Go ahead, got more?
9/11.
9/11, right. They don't want you to forget about 9/11. They have a zeal for 9/11. Everyone talks about it. The Rock, he making posts about his daughter was born a couple months after or before 9/11. They never forget that. They always have a memorial for it because it was some important in their history. This is our memorial. This is what we're supposed to remember and never forget. All right? Let's go ahead.
Come. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter in the Hebrew. Waya Deborah, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amor, verse 2. Deborah, Al, Banayam, Yasha'ala, Waya Martha, Alahayim, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Ashar, the Power Hour, verse 3. It's like it, still verse 2. Atham, Mawa'idya, Makowa Hour, Kodash, Alaha, Ham, Mawa'idya, verse 3. Sheshatam, it's like it. Shesha, Yawam, it's like it. Yawam, the Aisha, Malaka, Wawa Yawam, Hashabaya Ayah, Shabbat, Shabbatyan, Makawa'a, Mawa Shabbat Yakum, verse 4. Allah, means like it. Al, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Makawa'ayah, Kodash, Ashar, the Kawa'awah, Adom, Mawa'idya, verse 5. Bakadash, Hara Ashwana, Ba'ara, Ba'ayim, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Hara, Harabayim, Pasat, La Yahweh, Wabakamsha, Aishua, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazah, Cow, Matazawata, La Yahweh, Shabbat, Yawam, Matazawat, the Kalau, verse 6, right? Yeah, it's the 6. By Yawam, Hara Ashram, Makawa'a, Kodash, Yayam, Yahaya, Lakam, Cow, Malaka, Ibad, La'a, the Isupk, verse 7. Wahakora Bafun, Asha, La Yahweh, Shaba'ai, Yawam, by Yawam, Hashabah, Ya'aya, Makwara'a, Kodash, Kal, Malaka, Iba, it's like it. Abadah, La'ah, the Isupk.
Christ. All right, now come on, Mark. You find it in that designer Grand Bible Dictionary. Look up feast. Should be in there, the feast. All right. Let's go ahead and read it in the English. Let's find the KJV because that's going to change it up. KJV. My phone.
Leviticus, the 23rd chapter in the Hebrew, in the English. And the Lord and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and saying to them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
Right, like you think about this place in America, what do they have? They have holidays. That's where they got it from. The holy days of the Bible, they changed it to holidays, which really are holidays for us, man. Right. It's not a holy day for us. Our people are brainwashed into celebrating these holy days for these heathens, which are really destroying our people. All it is a money grab. They literally making up a new holiday every day, damn near the year. When we was kids, it was the main things, you know what I mean? Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that. Now they got Donut Day. They got Sister Day, Brother Day, Hot Dog Day. Goddamn, I mean, a day for glizzies. The world, you know what I mean? You lead this up to the oppressor. Every day is going to become a holiday, but all it is to get them to sell you something. Fried chicken day, chicken tender day, you know what I mean? Chicken wing day. Every day is a day to them that they celebrate, but it has nothing to do with the Lord. It has everything to do with them gaining money and getting profit, man. But we were given these holy days in the Bible for us to keep a culture and to do something that's righteous, because following after them, when you're doing what they're doing, you're basically, I don't want to say, just keep going.
Come, verse 3. 6 days shall 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, right? A holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein.
Right.
It is.
Keep going.
It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings.
Right. So these convocations are holy convocations. It's gatherings of our people. I'll go ahead and read what it says in there. Come. Feast of the Trumpets. Feast of the Trumpets. I mean, more of the long trumpets.
This is the John DeVan Bible Dictionary, page 280. The Feast of the Trumpet of Salakia.
And if brothers want to grab some of these chairs from the sister side and put them over there so y'all can have a seat, you know what I mean? If necessary. Should be on the feet, right? It didn't say it in there? Yeah, I got the feet. And then one of them's going to be trumpets. Should bring it down. Oops. It's in another area. Listen. Right, it's right there. Feast of Trumpets on New Moon. Number 4.
In the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, page 280, the Feast of Trumpets. This was held on the first day of the 7th month of Tashir, which is October for America, which began the civil years of the Jews. It corresponded to our New Year's Day, and on it, from morning to evening, horns and trumpets were blown.
Right.
After the exile of the day was observed, so like after the exile, The day was observed by the public reading of the law and by general rejoicing.
Right. Anything else in there? Oh, that's in the notes. Okay, see. I think mine's had a little bit more in there. But also adding to all that, it said that it's about bringing the community together. Right. So we got the trumpets part, but let's not forget about the feast part. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Brothers hungry, sisters hungry, we're gonna get to that feasting part too. It's a day of celebration. And you realize that's what I was gonna say. Like religion is like the Jehovah's Witness. They act like they're really following the Most High because they don't celebrate birthdays because it's not in the Bible, which is right. They act like they're really following the Most High because they don't celebrate Christmas because it's not in the Bible. But what they don't do is keep the high holy days of the Bible.
Right.
That's what we do here in the Isupk. You don't have to join some group and give up everything. Can't have no fun, can't party, can't chill with your brothers and sisters, drink, eat good. That's what blacks and Hispanics love to do all the time, man. And the Bible, it seems like we got more high holy days than they do for their big ones. You know what I mean? Christmas, Thanksgiving. It seems like we always having a feast day, man, every couple of months. All right, but let's keep going.
Come, verse 4. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month, at even is your Lord's Passover. Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right, so that's what's important. We're in the captivity, you might have to go to slavery, but in our nation, we weren't supposed to do any servile work. Everybody's supposed to have a day off. We're supposed to be focused on coming together with our families. That's what they tell us. I see you, I got you. They tell us you can't give up Thanksgiving because it's for the kids, because it's for the family. But we a whole nation of people, and we see each other as family because we are family. This is the day for our families to come together, and this is the day for the kids to come together as well. This is for the kids as well. All right, go ahead, talk about.
Salakia, what does servile work consist of?
Servile work is somebody working as like a servant for someone else. So if you're working for someone else's business and they're making a profit off of your work, that's servile work. These laws were set into place for the business owners that would never give you a day off and will work you 7 days a week. In order to stop that from happening, the Lord put it in the Bible that we will always have days of rest. You know? All right. All right, that was it on verse 7. Let's go back to the Hebrew. I'm gonna get into some more questions.
Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 8 in the Hebrew. By Yawam, our Ashla, Yawam, it's like it. Hara Ash, Gana. Makawa Kadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Malakah, Ibad, La'ah. Verse 8. It's like it. The Isupk, verse 9.
Yeah.
Okay, verse 9. Waha, it's like it. Waha, Ashab, like Yahweh, Shabbat, Yawam, by Yawam, Hashabah, Yahaya, Korah, Badash, Kal, Malakah, Ibad, La'ah, the Isupk, verse 10. Wayadah, Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Na'amor, verse 11. The bar, Al, Banyam, Yasha'ala, Wa'amartha, Alaham, Kaya, Taba'ala, Al, Rataza, Ashor, Anya, Watan, Laam, Wakwa, Rata, Wakwa, Wakwa, Av, Quataza, Yerah, Waha, Ba'atham, Av, Imor, Ra'ashyatham, Kataza, Yerah, Come, Av, Haka'an, verse 12. Wahana, Yapa, the I, it's like it. The I, Morah, it's like it. Amor, the Panya, Yahweh, the Rataza, the Kun, the Mamaka, the Tha, the Shabi, it's like it. Washabat, Yana,
It's lucky I can hold it down in the back.
Yapanu, Ka,
No, I'm talking about voice.
Mana. That's verse 13. Your ice, like your ice, your thumb, by your womb. How about your like Hana, your pa, Hana, your paka. Ah, the eye, it's like the eye, Hamor, Kabash, Kamayon, Ban, Shatanwa, La'ai, Lahai, La Yahweh, verse 14. Wama na, Kafka, Shania, I saw, it's like I saw, the young, Salah, Balawa, La'a, Mashaman, Asha, La Yahweh, Rayak, comes like Rayak, Ayakaka, when I saw Ka, Yayan, Rabaya, Aita, Kahan, this is 40 here. 14 stop right here.
Never that. That's the end
This is 14.
of it. It says, come.
Yeah. Verse 14. Walakam, Wapalia, Wakar, Wakara, La'a, Ta'a, Kalau, I run, Haya, Wam, Azar, Abaya, Akam, Karaban, who's like Karaban, Alahaya, come, Kadah, Kwa, Awalam, Lada Rock, you come, Bakar, Mashab, Mashabak, you come. In the English, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh, 7 days. And the 7th day is in holy convocation. He shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, ye shall reap the harvest thereof. Then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12. And he shall offer the day when ye wave the sheep and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto Yahweh. Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto Yahweh for a sweet savior. And the drink offering thereof shall be a wine, the 4th part of an hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the self-same day that ye have brought an offering into your power. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generations in all your dwellings.
Right. Now let me get somebody pull Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the day of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom.
Go ahead, read it louder from the top.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the day of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall what?
Never be destroyed.
Right. In these days, in these last days that we're living in right now, Daniel prophesied that the Lord's going to set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed. This is the groundwork of it. This is the footwork of it. Us getting back to our culture, getting back to the Hebrew language. One day we're going to be able to speak nothing but Hebrew, man. Straight Lashawan Kodash, man. I be thinking when we was at camp or whatever, man, I'm like, man, we need to really learn how to, go back and forth. Because these cats trying to come at us, whatever in the world, they're like, what the heck is this nigga saying? You know what I mean? But that's a glorious thing that they took away from us. Having your language, it not only affects how you're able to communicate with your people, it changes the way you think. They said the Native Americans didn't have words for like, I can't do this, or I'm worried about that. They didn't have certain words, so their mind state was never like that. When you come into this society, you learn the language of the heathens, man. These bastard languages, it affects your spirit, how you think, everything. A lot of people is in depression just off of the language that we use, you know what I mean?
Right.
So this is an important thing that we're doing, man. And we're just gonna get better and better as we grow as a nation. Go ahead. Go ahead, I'm walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel 2, verse 44 in the middle. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Right, this is a glorious thing that's being talking about. This kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, Yasharallah, under our King Christ, is going to break all these other heathen nations, man, into pieces. It's going to be put into rulership forever. That's the thing that we're working for. That's the thing that we're trying to do and accomplish here in the Isupk, man. And this is a very glorious thing. And the key part about this is saying that it's no other people. It's not going to be left to no other people. There's only one chosen people, the Lord's chosen people. That's so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right. All right. Let's drop that. Let's go back to Go ahead.
If I may just back a little bit, precept, what you're talking about, the book of Judges, chapter 5 and 11, about the righteous acts. They that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of drawing water, there shall be, there shall they be rehearsed the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the acts, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. They shall be, then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. Now, let's get to your saying, to the rehearsing the righteous
That was done nowhere else until the Isupk was established in 1969.
That's right.
We keep these traditions going on. We pass them on to our children. We have fun. We come together, man. This is an amazing thing to do. So let's keep going. We'll get back to this. Hebrew.
God. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 15. Quat, I will love. Lada, Rafikum, Bakal, Masha, Rafikum. Verse 16. Wasaparathum, Lakam, Mamakara, Mamakara, Hashabah, Mayawam, Abaya, Akam, Imor, Hatana, Wapa, Ibad, Shabbat, Tamayama, Tahaya, Yanat, verse 17. Mamakara, Hashabah, Ya'if, the Sa, sluggy. That's a parlor. Kamashya, Yawam, Waha, Koba, sluggy. Waha Kobathya, Manaka, Kadasha, La Yahweh, verse 18. Mama Washa, Bathyaka, Tabaya'a, it's like a Tabaya'a, Lakam, Dana Wa'a, it's like a Dama, it's like Dana, it's like Dana Yasa, it's like Shakya, Manya, Isupk, it's like Aisha, Manya, Salah, Tahaya, Yana, Kamarataza. The ice, it's like the Sa, Yana, Baka, Warab, it's like a Baka, Waraya, like Yahweh, verse 19. It's like Waya for Wab, Waya for Wab, Al, Ala'am, Shaba'ai, Kabashabi, Tama Yam, it's like Tama Yamam, Banya, Shana, Sar, Ban, Akar, Akkad, it's like a Akkad. Why, it's like why alone? Shanya, Yahaya, Yahaya, Ayla, La Yahweh, Mamakata, when a sock, you come. It's like when a sock, you're home. A shot, Bayak, Nayak, no, Nayaka, La Yahweh, verse 20.
That's verse 19. No, the new one you just started.
Verse 19. Aish Yatham. Sha'ira Slaki. Sha'ira. Izoria. Kad. Laka Ta'ah. Shanya. Kabashia. Bunya. Shana. Lazabah. Shalomya. Wayananya. Wayananyas. Hakahan. Athon. Al. Lakan. Habakaria. Dano Wasa. Lasanya. Yahweh. Al. Shanya. Abashim. Badash. Yahaya. La Yahweh. Lahan. Wakor Ash. Wakor Awor. Wakor Afya. Iron. Itism. Hayawan. Hazah. Para'ah. Badash. Yahaya. Makam. Kal. Malakah. Ibad. Abadah. La'ah. The Isupk. The Quath. Awalam. Makal. Mawa'ash. Bathamya. Lakwa'af Yakam.
Right, let's go ahead and English.
In the English, verse 15. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 15. And ye shall count into you for the morrow after the Sabbath, for the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Right. Verse 16. Even until the morrow after the Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto Yahweh. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. It shall be of fine flour. They shall be baking with leaven. They are the first fruits of Yahweh.
Right, so just going down through this whole list, it's like our year and all these high holy days start with the Passover. And if you go to Passover, you just following the timeline, and we went through all of these things since the Passover. You go to the Passover, then you have the Feast of Unleavened Bread, then you get to first fruits, and so forth and so on. So right now we have the Memorial of Blowing the Trumpets. We're going to get down here further on, and then after that, it's going to be the Day of Atonement. You know what I mean? It just keeps going on and on. Where you at?
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and of the young bullock and the 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto Yahweh, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire, of sweet savor unto Yahweh.
Right, and that's one thing too. Barbecuing, we always getting together to barbecue for 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend. Every time niggas want to get together and have a barbecue. What is car called? They call it carne asada. You know what I'm saying? You get together and grill, put some on the fire. That's in the Bible. That's our culture. We just doing it on the wrong days, man. So we come out, we put some up, sweet savor up. Brothers grill some. I put some on the grill this morning. So we're gonna eat today some food that came off the grill, man. That's part of our culture. Go ahead.
verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before Yahweh, with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy.
19. Go back to 19.
19, slightly. Verse 19. Here ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Yahweh, with the 2 lambs. They shall be a holy, they shall be holy unto Yahweh for a priest. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the same the self same day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout all your generations.
Right. These things are never supposed to end. I don't know what they teach you in the Christian church, what they teach you in all these different Muslim mosques. They want to tell you they follow the Bible and these are the old books, but none of them keep these laws. None of them keep our culture. The Arabs made up a whole bunch of other days. Ramadan, that's the only one I know. I don't know any other Arab holiday. Whatever they keep, you know what I mean? But they say they ain't supposed to be men of the book. They don't keep the things in this book because it's not their culture. Go ahead, up.
I know the other day that Muslims keep
What they keep?
Christmas.
Oh, we good. No, right. They keep Christmas out.
Facts.
Right. That's another thing. That's a heavy point with the brother bringing out. You know what I mean? Like I noticed on different slaveries, I'm gonna have to go to different people's houses to deliver Amazon. Like all these heathens, whether they East Indians, we be seeing that at camp. We got seizure boards here on the ground for people to step on, because it's like a carpet for us. This is what we wipe our feet on. The East Indians will not step on that. They'll go out of their way and lean over it, almost fall over. The Asians too, Moabites too. None of them are Christians, but they avoid that image because in reality they all are Christians. Man. Right. And all these heathens, I go to their houses, the East Indians, they celebrate Christmas. Just like you said, so that's a heavy point. The Muslims, every other nation celebrates Christmas. You know what I mean? And that's because at the end of the day, the holidays you celebrate represent the nation that you serve. They still serve America. Right. So they're gonna follow the same holidays. That's why you'll see, you go to their houses, it's an American flag in the front of the house. There's some Moabites living there, or some East Indians. Why do they have an American flag? They want to try to blend in. They're not trying to get deported, man. They're gonna celebrate Christmas, whatever they need to do to blend in and stay under the radar with America, because they serve this nation as slaves as well. Go ahead. What was the question though? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, okay, you saying do they do that? 9 times out of 10, from what I'm saying, unless they're actually Christian in those nations, lie. When they come here and they want to, join in and be a part of this festivities or blending, like I said, they don't want to get deported or whatever, man. Because they're always trying to talk about Isupk or Latino people being the ones that are illegal immigrants to America, when the majority of illegal immigrants are from Asia. You understand? You go into these places. Go into Chinatown. You gotta go to Chinatown. Go into these little businesses. There's a little Asian woman in there working that does not speak any English, man. How you think she got here? You think she went through all the paperwork and all that? Hell nah, man. They coming over here all of the time. That's why they had that word. They said, I don't know if we can say that, but they call it, what's that? Fresh off the boat. They coming in through these boats. They on the bottom of these boats, shipping into the Bay Area all the time, man. But nobody's checking for them. Nobody's trying to kick in their door. Nobody's talking about kicking them out of America because they're not the Lord's chosen people. How do we know they're not the Lord's chosen people? What's the precept for that? We'll go ahead.
I jumped in. I was
okay.
Talk about the young man just said.
Speak on it.
They absolutely do celebrate Christmas in their country.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Okay.
I just both religious as well as a secular event to celebrate. Countries include Egypt,
Right.
Lebanon, United Arab Emirates, I don't know how to pronounce that word, Jordan, Palestine decorate Christmas trees, illuminate buildings and streets, have holiday parties, exchange gifts with Christian families, friends, neighbors, and coworkers.
So that shows you right there that everybody is Christian. And the reason why that is because they all know the roots of Christianity come from ancient Babylon. That was their culture too. It's to celebrate Nimrod, worship Nimrod, and all these different things. The roots of Christmas, they all been doing it for thousands of years anyway.
And if I could, I was thinking that you brought that out. Like, Muslims ain't nothing but stand Christians. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't nothing but stand Christians. And if you really look at it, every religion, their whole job is to make everybody come together, no matter your race, your culture, your traditions. Let's all come together and serve one God. But when you read this Bible, that was never so. You know, it's like,
That's heavy. It's like,
But it's like, so you actually question about the precept. If you could, just
Okay. Okay, you know, I was saying that the Latinos, they get told they rapists, they send in they murderers and gang members and drug dealers over here. They want to kick out all of them from coming to America because they're the face of illegal immigration. But in reality, there's East Indians that's illegal immigrants, Chinese that are illegal immigrants, it's Samoans that's illegal. It's all these other races are illegal immigrants, but we're the only ones that get labeled as being this because of what precept goes to show that. It's a bedrock one West precept. Ooh, la, that's not the one I'm thinking. All right, time.
Like, sir, can you just elaborate
Okay.
a little bit more?
They come and doing the same thing, but they don't get treated that way. We get told to leave this country. We're the main ones that are coming over here illegally, etc. But they're doing the exact same thing because they don't want us here. You know what I mean? That's I gave it away right there. Why don't they want us here? Go ahead.
Psalm 83, they're prepared against us.
That's a good one. That's not it though. Give somebody one more shot, then I'm gonna go ahead with Tom say. It's right in front of you. Y'all know it.
Is it pertaining to the Lord punishing?
Why don't they want us here? They don't want us here. They don't care about them coming in. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Zephaniah 2:1. We the nation that's not desired. Go ahead, young man. No, we already got it. You gotta wake up, huh? We just said now Zephaniah 2:1. What was you gonna say, huh?
I was gonna say, is it because
Oh, I thought you
they
was
know the strength and our power is here together?
Nah, damn right. So like, I thought you was gonna pull a precept to answer the question. I'm like, all right. Nah, that's it right there, man. We the nation not desired because they know life is a race. What Captain Clown always say? Race is not desired. Race is the most important card in the deck, man. They tell you not to pull the race card, but that is the most important card. And we are in a race. We racing to win who's gonna be at the top. They telling you race don't matter. We should all come together, but they using their race to better themselves and give themselves more power. It's called white supremacy. They said, we're going to help out our cousins first. You know what I mean? I went to school and I had a teacher. He said that one time, you know, we in a school full of black people. I was at HBCU. And he was like, y'all really think that these Edomites are racist and they wrong for what they doing? He said, in reality, they really not wrong. I'm like, damn, okay, what is he trying to say?
That's heavy, sir.
He was like, if you had a job, if you had a business, would you hire someone else or hire your cousin first? Would you hire someone else or hire your son or your daughter? He said, that's all they doing. They hiring their family. He said, now what we need to do is do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. They say there's something wrong with racism, but shit, for my language, racism built the greatest country on earth. We want to go and listen to the brainwashing and join in with them, but them using that separation and segregation is what enriched them to become the most powerful nation on earth. You know what I mean? All right. You gonna say something about?
No, I was just saying that what the class that the general just talked last week, we were talking about being families.
Right, right,
That's exactly what they are.
right.
I mean, you can't tell me I'm wrong for being families because I can't love your grandma more than I love my own grandma.
Right,
Right.
I'm supposed to love my mama more than your damn mama
right,
because I'm for my family, just how you live.
right.
So being a racist is basically just being a family. It's if you look at your own race as your family.
Exactly. That's heavy what he's saying, and that's how evil it is to tell us to join hands with everybody. Right? Because in their mind, they know it's some BS. But to us, we like, nah, we gotta stop racism. So in order to stop it and to make our lives better, we need to love everyone. Right. And that's how they trick you into that. You're like, oh no, we're not gonna do the same thing. You know how they're using that against us right now? They're using this, oh, if you don't like being discriminated against, then you shouldn't do this, discriminate against somebody else. So if you don't like being treated wrong, then you should accept the LGBT movement. You should accept the transgender movement. Right. So they put you in this corner, in this box, because you think the way to freedom is loving everyone. Now you're gonna love every and anything, and they at the same time they don't love anything but themselves. Right? I mean, all right. Let's keep going for time's sake.
Okay. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Rabakwa to Zaryakum. Like it. Rabakwa to Zaryakum. Ah. Quataza. Quataz. It's like it. Quataza. Yura. Ra. Taza. Come. La'a. Dakala. La'a. Shaka. Lakwa Tazar. Wala Quas. Wala Quat. Quataza Yor. La'a. La Quat. La Anya. Wala Or. Azar. Thumb. Anya. Yahweh. Alahaya. Verse 23. Where the bar Yahweh al Mashallah more. The bar al Bunny Yasha'ala La'amor Bakadash Washabai Washabaya Ya'aya Bakadash Lakadash Yahaya Kam Shabbat Zakarwa Darawa I Makara Kadash verse 4 verse 40 Ka Malaka Iba La'a the Isupk Wahakura Wah, Slaki. Waha, or Bahu, Asha, like Yahweh, verse 25 in Hebrew. Where the bar, Yahweh, Al, Washa, La Bar, verse 26 in Hebrew. Aisha, it's like Aisha War, the Kadash, Ashabah, Yahya, the Zah, Yawam, Hakadar, Hakadarian, Ma'ah, Makawa'ah, Kadash, Yahya. It's like, it's in there. What is Yah? It's like, Lacan, Ain, Yatham, Basa, Shah, Yakam, Basa, Ayasaku, Wahako, or Rab, Shah, like Yahweh. It's 28 in Hebrew. Ka, Malaka, Malakaka, La'a, the Isupk, Rawam, Ayawam, the Zah, Kaya, Yawam, Kabori, Awa'a, Labasar, Al Yakam, Sabia, Yahweh, Alahaya. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter in the English. The 22nd chapter. And when ye reap the
23rd chapter.
Oh, the 23rd chapter is like
22, right?
Yeah, 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance. It's the same. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 22 in the English. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor.
Thou shalt do what?
Leave them unto the poor.
Keep poor.
Into the stranger. I am Yahweh thy power.
Right, it's saying when we reap our harvest, we have extra. You can't just glean it and get rid of everything. You know what I mean? And that's the precept in Obadiah. It talks about that gate gatherers, you know what I mean? They would leave something. Esau is leaving nothing behind. He wants everything to himself and will leave you with nothing. And this is I know that post the brother Nakasai made a couple weeks ago. It was some cats in the club, man. They out there just pouring liquor, just drowning it out, just because they got the money to do it. In my mind, I'm like, it's gotta be water in there. You know what I mean? They gotta be stunned. They gotta be the club owners or some niggas can't be really in their mind. Just we just gonna pour out the liquor just cause. Like, what is the purpose of that? You know what I mean?
You are a very righteous man.
Go ahead, huh?
Don't nobody outside of you can't give a shit about nobody.
Oh, watch your language, but go ahead. You go ahead. What you
You're
say?
a righteous man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you. Of course, us being us being men that serve the Lord and the commanded general, we have compassion on people.
Right.
So you would think somebody, you can't be wasting your money like that.
Right.
When there's people out here starving at some of our nation,
Right.
you can't be just throwing away all this goddamn. It gotta be a joke.
Right.
That's how we look at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, everybody in the world give an SHIT about anybody else.
Right. Anyway, what you're saying is now, what you're saying is heavy, Most High Christ. And that's the same thing they do with the strip clubs. Right. In my mind,
when they say Big Meech was going in there and throwing $50,000, like, I guess it was drug money, dope money, but it just don't seem like there had to be some hustle, or maybe the strippers was giving the money back and they, you know, at the end of the night, they split it up with the club owners. Something. It just don't seem logical that somebody would do something like that. But all people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and I wouldn't put it past them. You know what I mean? But people going out and doing these things like that, the brother made he tried to make it make sense where he was like, you know, the Native Americans used to go and burn their crops after they had a harvest to show that they had a good harvest and they was winning. But it's like, nah, them niggas wasn't in the truth either. They was in the world. That was some nigga-ish. You feel me? You know what I mean? Exactly. It's the same thing we doing. It don't mean it was right though. You know what I mean? And how you know it wasn't right is because in the Bible it says what we're supposed to do with the extras of our harvest. If you got extra, leave it to the poor. Don't go and burn it. Don't go and throw it away. The rich of Israel, they supposed to flood the school with their money.
Right.
With their tithes, man.
Damn right.
Somebody said that 50 Cent just went on tour and sold out 850,000 tickets in 1 week. In 1 week. I'm like, if he sold every ticket bare minimum, you know, some tickets is $500. Some of them is $1,000. I just put $100 every ticket. What's the number on that?
That's
840,000 times 100. No, that's somebody do. I'll do the math real quick. I did it yesterday. I can't remember. It's a lot of goddamn money.
Say that again.
840,000 tickets times $100. You just break it down to the bare minimum. 84. That's $84 million. So you know he really bringing in 100 million. That's not the shirts they selling. That's not the food they selling. All this, his tour is bringing over $100 million. Just one man. We generate so much money as a nation, man.
Right.
All these other cats, they trying to get the hot boys to go on the tour. I'm just thinking about, I'm doing the math like, man, they really making millions and millions of dollars, man. But that money, that extra money, is really supposed to come back and feed our nation as a people.
That's right.
We should never be suffering in this place. We should never be at the bottom. But the reason why is because they don't have laws like this. Read that law one more time. So like we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna get too long.
And when you reap the harvest of your land,
Right.
thou shalt not make clean business of the corner of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleanings of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am Yahweh thy power.
All right, let's
Your
keep,
power.
let's keep moving.
Verse 23. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 10th month, in the first day of the month,
In the seventh,
Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation.
Right, this is where we at right here. Keep going.
Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. Verse 26. And Yahweh spake to Moses, saying, verse 27. Also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation to you. And ye shall afflict your souls, and an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Yahweh your power.
Right, so after the memorial of blowing the trumpets next week, you're going to have the Day of Atonement coming up, where we all come together. We eat today together. We have food, we have drinks, we celebrate together. And next week, as a nation, we're going to suffer together.
That's right.
We're going to go into the Day of Atonement. If this is your first Day of Atonement, you don't eat any food or drink any water for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that's a day for us to atone for the sins of our nation and our people and the sacrifice together. So that's how you know it's something of the Lord. This Bible gives the stories of our greatness and of our weakness.
Heathens, when they tell their stories, they only tell the greatness of their story. We have high holy days where we eat great and we celebrate the destruction of our enemies, and we also have high holy days where we suffer together, man. Right. This is the spirit of the Lord, all right? This is the spirit of that we have in the UPK. That's what we try to keep and try to show each other, and that's brotherhood, right? It's being willing to suffer and sacrifice with your people. That's true love. True love is not what they tell you in America, where everything feels good. It's all what flowers and candies. And this is what happens with a lot of our women. They say 70% of divorces are initiated by women. And they say it goes up to 90% for educated women. If they got a college degree, 90% of the divorces is coming from the women. It's because they've been brainwashed by this society that love is something that you receive. But in reality, love is something that you give. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the sacrifice, man. All right? Please, all right, anybody, man.
On the Day of Atonement, too, if you got any ailments or you take pills and it requires you to eat food, make sure, first of all, you shouldn't partake. The scriptures say, Lord, it's not grievous. It ain't supposed to be grievous. If you got any type of ailment where you need to take your medicine and eat food with it, consult with your doctor. You know what I'm saying? Or just don't participate in the Day of Atonement. If you old and you sick, don't participate in the Day of Atonement. Your kids, they're not supposed to participate in the Day of Atonement. Don't be out there like the Israelites starving your goddamn kids, maybe 1 year old. You ain't trying to give them the breast. Right. You know what I mean? Don't do that. That's the Lord don't want it. Right.
That's when it's a day for the strong to sacrifice for the weaker ones in the nation. Right. It's not for everybody to just kill themselves. You know what I mean? Right. So what he's saying is right. All right. Verse 28. No, we're not gonna go into Hebrew. Oh, you did verse 28 in English, right? Right. All right. So with that, we're gonna stop with the Hebrew for now. We're just gonna go into some precepts and go ahead and close out. So with that, give me Numbers chapter 10 and verse 2. Yeah. Is that cool? And if anybody, if you want to go ahead and eat, go ahead and eat. You know what I mean? I think not as I got it. What?
Numbers chapter 10, verse 2 in Hebrew. Make thee 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shalt thou make them. Thou shalt mayest use them for the calling of the assembly, for the journeying of the camp.
Right, we're gonna make these trumpets to call the assembly and the journeying of these camps when they were out there in the wilderness with Moses. All right, keep going. Please go ahead.
Also, like the journey in camps, like we started in Harlem, New York in 1969. We got a camp in every city, every major city. Mexico, United Kingdom, where the brothers are gonna be at September 29th. You know what I mean? We got a school everywhere. We say, make me 2 trumpets of silver of a whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly, for the journeying of the camps. We got a camp everywhere. You know what I mean? And we blow those trumpets, you know what I mean? And all these brothers come together. I travel all over Sacramento. He travel all over East Oakland. We travel all over EPA. That's what that's talking about. You know what I mean? Smart.
Nah, get that brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? And what comes to mind when you saying that is, what do these fake Israelites try to call themselves? A camp. Right. I'm this camp. I'm a 3-letter camp. Right. LOI, HOI. Y'all brothers seen the one that they call their camp the HOS? The Hoes, Anointed Hoes. I had to send that to Malak while I'm in Texas. Because you know they love saying that whole word in Texas. I'm like, I know brothers out there would never do this. Right. Nigga, the Anointed Hoes. Y'all should not do this. Y'all think I'm making this up? Look it up. They named their camp HOS.
If you were officer in this camp, we know you're not making it up.
You understand? You understand? So the reason why I'm saying that is, though, they didn't say this camp was
separated with that camp. They was one nation, one family, blowing the trumpets to come together. This is what Commander General Yohana has given the order out for all camps to come together, man. And that's they are out here building militias. We building an army.
That's right.
That's a difference. Christ is not coming back to gather a bunch of militias where you over here, you believe rape is good, you believe purple is the best color in the world, you believe that this is okay to have heathens in your congregation, and he's gonna come and bring all them together. Nah, he's gonna say, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you. You understand me? He's gonna gather together just like Moses gathered these brothers together with the blowing of that trumpet. Right? You know what I mean? Let's keep going.
Verse 3. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 4. And if thy blow, and if they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes which are head of thousands of Israel shall gather themselves unto thee.
So this blowing is blowing and gathering the leadership. Might gather the captains, we would say today. The men that's over thousands, you know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 5. When ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward.
Right, and that's also the word alarm comes from the trumpets are an alarm too. How did General Muhammad say it? He said, alarm, I forgot, he said something like that word, alarm or something like that. But that's where the roots of these words come from. When you go to school, they sound an alarm to let you know it's time for breakfast or lunch. It's time to go to recess. It's different alarms throughout the day that tell you something is going on and what to do at that time. And that's what is going on here in this Bible. All right?
Verse 6. When ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journey.
Keep going.
Verse 7. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. Verse 8. And the sons of Aaron the priest shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. Verse 9. And if ye go to war in your land against an enemy that oppresseth you.
Who was the enemy that was oppressing us in our land in the time of Yahweh Shah? Go ahead. The Romans, you know what I'm saying? Edomites. These people that are in the land oppressing us.
Same ones from today, sir.
Right. Same spirit, same nation of people trying to push you down. The Lord already seen all this coming. He warned us. And I know, Kabai, you had your hand raised. I kept going. It's like, hey. House of Saints. Anointed House of Saints, I believe. Yeah. HOS. Yeah. Hey, God damn. You know what I mean? And like we say, man, they might be watching. Y'all still our brothers, man. We just saying, if you're not authorized to do this thing, maybe you should seek counsel from the men of the Lord, man. I don't know how to do this thing, man. So you name your fake Israelite group, that's out of order. It's unbrotherly. They were unbrotherly when they named that group. You know what I'm saying? That was unbrotherly to the men in their camp. It's a lot.
Then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpet, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies.
You shall be what?
Saved from your enemies.
So, man, so like I said, at this time, you got the literal thing, and that's not as I'm saying today, we updated and see the spiritual meaning behind this, man. We blowing this trumpet today, telling our people to come together so that the Lord can overcome our enemies.
That's right.
So we can get rid of these people that's oppressing us in our own land and all over the world. Go ahead.
And it said, ye shall be ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God. And you might not get in trouble. for the things that you do. You might not get no clap, no praise, no none of that. But a real nigga, like a real warrior, he on a memorial. You want to be remembered. Like, you know, we got a mission to a point. You know what I mean? We got that, what is it, the ATL. We got the Kentucky 4. I mean, Kentucky, what is it? Kentucky 8. Yeah, like, you want a memorial. So brothers can remember you on all your bullets. And the only way people will remember you is if you keep these laws. You keep these high holy days. That's very important. And a lot of us don't understand that we being oppressed right now. And they say that, and when you go to war in your land against the enemies that oppress you, brothers say like, we being oppressed right now. And when we blow that trumpet, that's supposed to, like, you know what I mean? That's supposed to wake your game up. That's supposed to ice your chain up. You know, we being oppressed right now. You know what I mean? You ain't going to church, they teach you to sing and dance and get tambourine. Right. You ain't gonna hear no trumpet in there. Right. They ain't gonna alarm you for nothing. Right. You know what I mean? It's like,
nah, that's heavy, man. Anything else on that? Man, read verse 9 again. Oh, sorry. That's it. That's heavy. Sorry.
And it said, verse 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppress you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets.
Right.
And ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God.
Right.
And ye shall be saved from
it. The Lord gonna remember you as well. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, you remember the Lord, he gonna remember you. That's right. You forgot about the Lord, and why should he remember you? You know what I'm saying? We always wait till you get into danger to want to have the Lord come and help you. Right. Instead of you remember the Lord throughout your generations, instead of waiting for the last minute. This AI, artificial intelligence, is on the doorstep. Everything is coming to destroy the Lord's chosen people. We gotta wake our game up, like you said, and see it coming, and know that there's nothing we can do. Right? We gonna have to call to the Lord in that day. That's right. If you think in your carnal mind, we've gone too far, it's too deep. They call it the Venus flytrap, or that's quicksand you get in. There's a certain point, you at a point of no return. We in that. We 400 years in the captivity, and niggas think we're gonna come together and just shoot our way out of this. They got so far ahead and got so much money off of our backs that we literally need a miracle from the Lord in order to get out of this. Right. You know what I mean? So we need to humble ourselves, humble our spirit, and realize the most revolutionary thing we can do is come together as a nation and be righteous. It ain't being carnal. Right. So let's drop that. Let's go to what time we got? There will be like 10 more minutes, y'all. Maybe 15 more minutes. Let's go to Luke 1:68.
Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Right. This is the beginning of the chapter of First Luke. He's talking about Yahushua. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people. This is Christ coming. This is the trumpet. Like all of these things, it's like watching reading the Bible is like watching a movie where you watch it through the whole you watch it all the way through one time, right? But you don't really understand the movie as you watching it. You go back and watch it from knowing the ending. Now you understand it. You go back and watch it, and you see all the little clues inside of it. You're like, okay, this is what they was talking about right here. This is what this means right here. This is what was represented right here. That's the Bible. Like everything is here is talking about Yahushua. And the Christians, they really try to I ain't even speaking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Christians really bastardize that that way of speaking. Like
Right.
the whole book, the entire book, Alpha and Omega, like they turn it into some LGBT
Right.
story.
And love for the
You know what I mean?
love for the
Like,
white man at the same time, too.
what you say?
And love for the white man at the same time.
Right. You know what I mean?
That's really all this shit is about.
Right.
Being an LGBT member, loving white people. Because that's their culture.
Right.
They natural. I know we don't, but they natural.
Right.
What's the word?
Seriousness. Oh yeah, all that.
That's their culture. So if you accept that, then you just like you can't accept that community without pledging your allegiance to loving white people. And that's Christianity in a nutshell. When they come to you like, yeah, come as you are, the sugary tank young brother running the choir
Right.
in the goddamn Christian church, you basically have pledged your allegiance to Satan's children, which is anyone.
No sweat. And like you said, just going back and adding on to that, I know in John chapter 1, it talks about Christ was the Word, beginning was the Word, and nothing was made without Him. Like this blowing of this trumpet is allowing us to wake up and see that we're getting ready for war. And this war is coming to our nation. Our people need to get ready for it.
And we have war, sir. We're at war currently. So, and this is why this is a very important holy day for us. Because you don't know that you're at war unless you're in this building and understand what this holy day is actually about. You gotta go to slavery all the time. You're being oppressed by Edomites. The whole nation is against you. Not the whole nation is against you, but every nation is against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is a war on God's chosen people. Therefore, it's a war against God. And us coming together to celebrate this holy day as we should. This is giving us.
This is us fighting back.
This us
It's
fighting
a way
back.
of fighting back.
But at the same time, though, this is us asking the Lord to fight for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's all.
Definitely good plan. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. It's like the same time, this was a literal thing. You got enemies at your doorstep. Now we locked in a spiritual war. You know what I'm saying? And it is physical too in a lot of ways, but the way that we're gonna have to fight is gonna have to be spiritual. And we praying for our King to return to really end this thing. You know what I mean? And so read verse 69 to like Luke 169.
Luke chapter 1, verse 69. And have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Right. The Lord has raised up a horn of salvation. That's a trumpet as well. You know what I'm saying? He's raised up Christ. He brought him to be that trumpet to wake all us up, to alarm us up to what's going on. To saying that your brother is not your enemy. You're going to have to learn how to forgive him. You're going to have to learn how to see. Like, hey, Kalea, Shema. Just be quiet. A little bit. All right? We went to the event in Oakland and with Mr. Fab, all of them. And the main issue they was talking about was how the youngsters, for one, is going out, slide, banging on each other, and also the bipping. You know what I mean? And how that's an issue. While we in there having the meeting, somebody came back and he was like, yeah, man, somebody old school just got bipped. Brothers hop up, 2, 3, brothers hop up like, damn. We trying to talk about the youngsters and how to help them and stop the bipping. They getting bipped right now. We left the event. The young man Josiah, they bipped his car, broke into his car. You understand what I'm saying? While we in there trying to figure out a way how to solve the problem. We in the UBK, we're not trying to figure out a way. We know the way to solve the problem. Right? We need to bring these laws, statutes, and commandments to our community. But what they were missing in there, what they didn't understand is that You got a cause and an effect. You got a cause of a problem and the effect of the problem. When you go to the doctor, you have a symptom. Your nose is running, your throat is sore. But that's a symptom of a bigger problem, which you having COVID or you having tuberculosis, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever disease you got, that's just a symptom of that problem. The bipping is not the disease. It's the symptom of the problem. The real bipping and the real bippers are your goddamn oppressor, man. The white man bipped all of Oakland. The white man bipped all of California. He took everything from us and broke into our houses and stole everything from us. And so now you go out to get crumbs by breaking another brother's window, by going into his car trying to get a wallet or a laptop or come up on some jewelry, man. But they took everything from us. So when we get that mindset, we start worrying about the symptom of the problem and seeing the cause of the problem, be able to fix the problem. You understand? All right? Anything else on that? So let's keep going. Verse 7.
Luke chapter 1, verse 7. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Right. So if you don't got that part of the story, you're gonna miss it. You gotta see that there's enemies that want this result. You see somebody breaking into your car, your first instinct as a man is like, I'm gonna go out and bring bodily harm to him. But if you're in the right spirit, you're gonna see that, man, this brother destroyed. Ain't no millionaires bipping anybody's car. There's not one billionaire going out and bipping anybody's car. We live in the San Francisco Bay Area where it's over 50 billionaires, 50 of them. Y'all know what that means to have 50 billionaires? It's like, we're going to end it this one. But 50 billionaires means that it's 1,000, 100 millionaires. Right. Niggas just tier the billionaire niggas. Billionaire people. To have 50 billionaires live in this small radius, that means there are 1,000 people that have $100 million. I remember some cat, I may have been my slavery. I was working in San Jose. He was like, yeah, one of my friends, he's an Edomite. Matter of fact, yeah, he was a cool brother. He was a Judite. He used to be mixing the movie. He was saying, oh, he was a real nigga though. But he was like, he went to school with an Edomite that had hella money. He was like, his dad had like $20 million. But he didn't want anybody to know it. He told his son, like, don't tell your friends. Don't let people come to our house. Don't let people know. You know what I mean? And the brother, he was trying to figure out ways how to finesse and take everything from the little Edomite. You know what I mean? That's how he was. But he talked straight like an Edomite and all that. He was like, what's up, bro? And woo-woo. But he was on a hike. But anyway, I digress. There's a lot of people running around this Bay Area that got $20, $30 million, $40 million, $50 million, $100 million. And we sitting here mad at these brothers for trying to break in a $500 window. And we think that they're the problem with Oakland. But nobody is saying that. They want to say we need to lock up these cats. It was one brother there. He was like, yeah, man, I don't know. You know, these cats got war hurt him. He was like, you remember when the brother, he was like, okay, yeah, it's not a lot of kids in the jail system right now, but it should be more. He was saying that they need to arrest more of these young brothers. It was a brother there, you know what I'm saying? Because he was saying, I don't want to have to kill one of these youngsters because they're going around doing all this stuff. And the juvenile hall numbers is going down, but he's saying it should be higher because the crime is bigger than that. But what nobody is fighting for is trying to get the real criminals arrested. Because these cats are doing these things because they poor. It ain't because they evil. Go ahead, go on.
In that conference, you can tell the brotherhood from the simple fact that he stated that there should be more than in jail.
Right.
But in UPK, we're going to get them thugs. We're going to get them victims and raise them up as righteous men in here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's how you know the Constitution and this brother, they're different.
Right. Damn right. And I get it. was they went against that brother for saying that though. They're like, man, what you mean we need more jail? That's not the problem. But they didn't have the full story. It's saying that they need to lock up more of these oppressors, man. That's gonna fix it. They need to put more of that money that they stealing from us and give it back to us. You know what I mean? Right. But that's read that last verse one more time. We close out. Right?
Oh God.
Let's see.
Verse 70.
Where it says enemies at.
Oh, it's like 71. That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
This is not, I've never heard a Christian pastor bring this precept out. I never seen Creflo Dollar talk about it. I never seen the Pope talk about it. I never seen T.D. Jakes talk about it. They only want to talk about heaped up, pressed over, and overflowing. Everything to give you this pipe dream of how you're going to make some money by going to church. But this Bible, the God that we serve, says that there's enemies against his people. There's people that hate us. There's people that want to put you in prison. There's people that want to kill you. There's people that hate our king, man. If they hated him first, then you know they're going to hate us as well, man. Right. So we got to use that to be motivated, to stay on this grind, keep doing this work, keep doing the things that y'all doing, man. Keep pushing this truth and growing, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Right. That's a very small and simple precept, but it means a lot. The more and more I focus on it and read it, man. Christ said the kingdom of heaven is here. John said it, but Christ said it as well, man. It's time for us to wake up, because we're getting closer and closer and closer. And we're going to have to make that decision. Are we going to really do this thing and be down for our king, be down for our nation? Or are we going to be lukewarm, which is really being for your oppressor? That's one thing the Black Panthers had right. They said you either a revolutionary or you a counter-revolutionary. Right. That's biblical. You either with us or you against us, man. That's right. And they hate the UPK because we say things like that. But if they knew real revolution, they would know that we were right. Fake Israelites say, yeah, you with us or you kind of with us. You ain't with us, but you with us a little bit. What the hell does that mean, nigga, when it comes to warfare? What does that mean when it comes to bullets flying? That I'm kind of with you. Nah, that's my brother, man. I kill him, die for him. Ain't no in between, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, unless anybody else want to add on and say any comments in the class or up here.
You are good, sir.
Please.
I can go back to number 6, 7, right?
Let's get it.
Number 17, verse 10. That's what we was at, right?
Right. I think you stopped at 9. We didn't go to 10.
Number 10. Number 10, verse 10. It said, also in the day of your gladness. Like today is the day of our gladness. Right. We celebrate the memorial of blowing the trumpets. We got all our families here, brothers here, sisters here. We got our children. We got all this food that the sisters they cooked up or bought somewhere. You know, so we got food that brothers like Tazan Biden, my mom, Sorba Cobb be cooking. And today is the day of our gladness. That's right. And we're supposed to be celebrating and be happy. And it said also in your solemn days, like it's gonna be days like when we go to camp. It ain't no hot topic to talk about. We don't know what the hell we gonna bring out at camp. You know what I mean? Like what we gonna talk about this week? You know what I mean? What we gonna talk about? Like always remember that we always be in the spirit of warfare, man. That's what the memorial of blowing the trumpets is about. You know what I mean? Always be in the spirit of understanding that you are being oppressed right now, and you're not gonna be able to get out of this oppression with a song and dance. Like that's what the Christian church teaches. The Christian church teaches that you can solve all your problems by beating the tambourine and going to church and crying and clapping, and whoever cried the best and fall on the ground, God make you happy. That's not how you're going to get out of your problems. It requires an action. And then what you're doing right now today is the action that's required. You know, it's a lot.
If I may, just real quick. This is the feast of the memorial of the blowing of trumpets. Everybody in this room, they understand that. I'm speaking to the ones out there in internet land, watching us on the internet. Every time you have a priest and prophet in front of you telling you about the truth, that's a trumpet calling out to you to save your god dang on life.
That's right.
When I pull it off right without cussing.
You did it.
So-
You did it.
You know, what I'm saying is, you need to listen, because following the law, statutes, and commandments go against everything that you feel, that goes against your flesh. Understand, one day, that trumpet that's in front of you is going to disappear.
That's right.
Shalom.
You know how fellas get going. I ain't trying to hold it, but what he said, it just bounced back, man. That alarm, it reminded me of that alarm clock that wake you up in the morning. Right. It don't always make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? It kind of be like, ah, man, you can put it on snooze. We coming out bringing the truth. It's the Bible says, spare not. Right. Lift up your voice like a trumpet, man. And it ain't always gonna feel good when we tell you the truth. But once you get through it, you get up, you know you gotta go to work, you gotta go to the gym, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You listen to that alarm, you're gonna be better in the end. You put it on snooze and don't listen to it, it feels good to go to sleep at that time. But when you wake up, you're gonna be behind. You know what I mean? So, like he said, take heed. All right. I'm gonna do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and that's it. So, everybody on Mazel. On your hop of dung, means sar, face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Hold on, I think I left it over there. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodah, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Lakwata, Balah, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Arakaza, the word, Hayah, Shemayim, the thunder now, the tongue, cow, the word, what's a lot now, come walk now, that's a lot now, come walk you know, come yai now, on the side one, on board, I was shy now, my young, right, Kaya, the cup, I'm a lakwa, what's that power, I will love you, Amen.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Right. Sar, face the front.
Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak,
How about Shimmy outside, rock a thumb?
Yadu Matah, Sar, turn to face the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak,
Yahweh Shema, Shimmy outside.
Yadu Matah, dismissed.